So good morning students. In the last lecture we were talking about a spring system. We had a small derivation of natural frequency Fn is equal to 1 by 2 pi root of k by m. Now in this lecture we will be dealing with a spring mass model system and some problems regarding that. Okay, so if you consider a spring, it will be having a stiffness that is represented as K. Now what happens when these springs are connected in series and what happens if they are connected in parallel? Okay, so here we have a three springs are connected to a single mass, right? So due to this mass, the total displacement for this system is delta. The individual displacements of these springs are given as delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, and individual stiffness is K1, K2, K3. So as a whole, if we consider the total displacement of this system is delta E and total stiffness is Ke and the total individual displacements, that is delta E. Okay, then what will be this? We need to find out this effective displacement effective stiffness Ke. Okay, now the total displacement, see, this is the total displacement here, and this will be equal, delta E is equal to delta, and this delta is a combination of these three deltas, right? So delta E is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3. Now you know that for a spring system, if this is in equilibrium, mg and this is kx or k delta. Okay, so mg is equal to k delta, delta is equal to mg by k. Substituting this in this formula, mg by ke is equal to mg by k1 plus mg by k2 plus mg by k3. You cut all these mg's, you will get 1 by ke plus equal to 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2 plus 1 by k3 plus etc. How many strings are there? So this happens when they are in series. Okay, now for when they are in parallel, the opposite of this happens. Okay, now we'll consider that also. When the springs are in parallel, K1, K2, K3, these springs. Okay, and you have a total mass m which provides weight, and this is the displacement. Say instead of this I consider this as Ke, effective spring of effective stiffness of the spring. Now you know that the total weight is acting here and a summation of all these forces will be acting upwards. That means mg is equal to K1 into delta plus K2 into delta plus K3 into delta. Is it right? That means you are giving a force, that is, there is only one force which is acting downwards, but there are forces from each spring acting in upward direction. Since the object is in equilibrium, this can be equated, right? So mg is equal to K1 delta plus K2 delta plus K3 delta. Okay, mg is equal to K1 plus K2 plus K3 into delta. Here the delta is common. Why? With the same effect, they are all connected to a same point, so they will be elongated in a similar fashion. Okay, so here mg is equal to Ke delta E, right? Mg, you know, in this case mg is equal to Ke into delta E, right? So K1 plus K2 plus K3 into delta is equal to Ke delta E. We know that delta E is equal to delta, so K1 plus Ke is equal to K1 plus K2 plus K3. So in case of springs, when they are connected in series, it is 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 plus 1 by K3, and when they are connected in parallel, effective stiffness is K1 plus K2 plus K3. Okay, now we'll do some problems regarding this Okay, a 80 Newton weight is hung on the end of a helical spring and is set vibrating vertically. Okay, the weight makes 4 oscillations per second. Determine stiffness of the spring. So 80 Newton weight, it's in spring. So a spring which is having mass of 80 Newton. Okay, the weight makes 4 oscillations per second. So weight is 80 Newton, frequency is oscillations per second, means this is called as frequency. Okay, you need to find out K. So they have given weight 80 Newton, make into mass W by G 80 by 9.8. Fn is, we already derived, 1 by 2 pi root of K by M. You know M, frequency is 4 cycles per second, then you will get the value of K, 5151 Newton per meter. Okay, now we'll do next problem. If a helical spring having a stiffness of 90 Newton per centimeter is available, what weight should be hung on it so that it will oscillate with a periodic time of 1 second. So they have given stiffness value, that is K. Sorry, K is 90 Newton per centimeter. We'll convert it to meter. Time is given as 1 second. So Fn is equal to 1 by Tp, also which is equal to 1 by 2 pi root of K by M. Okay, 1 by Tp is 1 cycle per second, because Fn is equal to 1 by Tp, Tp is 1. Okay, so Fn is 1 and K you don't know, K you know, and mass you can find out from here. Okay, clear? Fine. Okay. Next question, a weight of 50 Newton suspended from a spring vibrates vertically with an amplitude of 8 centimeter and a frequency of 1 oscillation per second. Find stiffness of spring, maximum tension in spring, and also maximum velocity of weight. So weight is given, so from that you can find out mass. Amplitude, that means capital X, of 8 centimeter is given. Okay, frequency F is given, Fn is given, 1 oscillation per second. You need to find out K, tension in the spring, that means force, F is equal to Kx. Okay, and maximum velocity, velocity can be found omega into x. Okay, we'll see that. See, you have W, these terms are given. B is K into x, distance, amplitude, maximum amplitude. Okay, V you need to find out. So frequency is easy, 1 by 2 pi root of K by M. You know, the only unknown term is K, you know Fn and M. Okay, now tension, that means the force, Kx, you know amplitude, x is 0.08. Okay, tension you found out. Body is in, since the spring is in simple harmonic motion, Vmax is omega into x, 2 pi f into x, you will get maximum velocity here. Okay, clear? Now we'll do, so our last problem of this module. A body of mass 50 kg is suspended by two springs of stiffness 4 kilonewton per meter and 6 kilonewton per meter. Okay, there are two springs, say K1 and K2. Now body is pulled down from its equilibrium position and then released. It is pulled down and then released. You need to find out frequency F, maximum velocity V max, acceleration A max. Okay, clear? Now there are two cases, there are three cases. What is this? This, from the figure itself you know that this is series. And what is this? Here if you consider the third case, this is parallel. From the diagram itself it's clear. Now what is this? Is it series or is it parallel? This will be parallel. How do you know that? There are no things that are connected. if the system remains only series if there is a junction point between them. Okay, so there is no junction point between them. This you might have studied in the case of resistors, in +2 physics. So the same concept has to be applied here. So this is parallel and this is also parallel. So this both will be having the same answer. Okay, nothing is changing. So they will be having the same answer. Okay, so first case, since they are in series, 1 by k is equal to 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2, 1 by 6 plus, you found out the effective stiffness. In that case, Fn you find out 1 by 2 pi root of k by m. You know k, m, all these things you found out. Fn, omega is equal to 2 pi Fn, and omega you got it. Okay, Vmax is omega into x and Amax is omega square into x. Find out by solving this terms. Fine. Now in case of parallel, when they are in parallel, k is equal to k1 plus k2, effective stiffness you found out. Substitute in this equation Vmax also Amax. Okay, in figure C, the same answer, these same answer will be developed in figure C also. Okay, so with that I am winding up the topics. 5 modules, almost all the things we have completed, and we'll do some problems regarding or revise these portions once again in our revision part. Okay, thank you.